Today we're going to be reviewing the Chavos V6. So before we start, here's how it looks and here's how it sounds. Sounds good to me, and I honestly think it's a new sound in the game for a car, so yeah, pretty good. Anyways, let's move on to the review, and starting off with the performance and as always with the acceleration. So the Chavos is a car from the sedans class and it is a rear wheel drive car. And as always, when accelerating a rear wheel drive car, it does spin a little bit for a second or two, but then after that the acceleration for the Chavos in this case is actually quite decent. It is not bad, but at the same time it's not great either. A little bit above average, but not by much. And so because of that, I have nothing to complain about and nothing to write home about, so yeah, pretty good. Next up, we move on to the top speed, and this is where the Chavos actually, well, sucks. And that is because the Chavos is actually quite slow when it comes to the top speed. You can really feel it. It is one of the slower cars in the sedans class when it comes to the top speed. So yeah, if you're, let's say, driving around in the highways, you'll really feel that it's slow. And if you're racing in a track with a lot of straights, yeah, that is gonna be a problem. And because of that, the top speed is below average and not that great. Anyways, moving on to the handling now, and this is where the Chavos shines. The Chavos, when it comes to the handling, is amazing. I'd say it is one of the best, if not the best handling cars in the sedans class, and maybe even in the other categories as well. The car is very easy to handle, it is well balanced, it goes wherever you point it or wherever you want it to go, and on top of that it also has no understeer or oversteer at all. So going through corners, going through the twisties is an easy task with the Chavos because it is just too good when it comes to the handling. Oh, and I almost forgot, it changes direction pretty quickly, it sticks to the line, and you can take corners at high speed without ever losing the rear, or even the front for that matter. And because of that, I'd say that the Chavos is the best handling car when it comes to the sedans category. Well above average and definitely one of the best. So now let's talk a little bit more in depth about the Chavos, and that's basically, well, let's talk about how it feels, how it drives, and if it is worth it or not. So basically the Chavos, if you haven't noticed at all, is practically a Honda Accord. And honestly speaking with you guys, I really love how it looks. It's super duper simple yet elegant, if that makes sense. And on top of that, overall I'd say the performance of the Chavos is exceptional. It is above average except for the top speed. And again, as a cherry on top, or a bonus as you guys might call it, the Chavos feels great to drive. It's fun, you can do anything with it, you can race with it, you can free roam with it, and at the same time, if you even want to go off-roading, I'd say that the Chavos is actually pretty good. Not once has the Chavos let me down while testing it so far, so pretty good. And so from that we now understand the Chavos is a good car. It looks good, it sounds good, it handles very well, the performance is also good, and on top of that it is great to drive and very fun to drive. And I know you already know the answer to it, but let's just do it for the namesake. And that is the Chavos worth it or not? And with 100% confidence, I would personally say that it is worth it because it is just an amazing all-rounder car that you can do anything with. And so if you are a player on gtaonline which loves to drive, maybe even race, then the Chavos is a great pick for you. And on top of that, it is only $1.4 million, so you can't go wrong from that. Oh, and one more thing I forgot. I also did a track test on the Chavos V6, and well, after a few multiple attempts on my own personal racetrack, I have gotten a best time of 3 minutes and 12 seconds, which is honestly pretty good for a car of the sedans category. And well, from that guys, we come to the end of the video. The Chavos, a pretty good car and a car I would recommend. And of course with that we come to the end of the video. I hope you liked the video guys. Leave a like, leave a comment down in the comment section and subscribe to the channel. It will really help me out a ton. And of course if you really liked the video, do consider sharing it with your friends as well. And well guys, with that, I'll see you guys next time.